It's been our nemesis here lately. We don't play defense and give up their lead early, and just like a compound effect, it goes from one to the other. And I was really proud of the kids all week, playing pretty hard and gritting it out.
All right, questions for Easton, please raise your hand. Let's start in the front left.
Easton, Matt Talbot from World Baseball Network. You guys only had 2 hits offensively. What's it going to take for you guys to adjust next week, wherever you may end up for the NCAA tournament, and also your RPI being at 26?
Yeah, first thing, I think just stay one pitch at a time. I mean, just didn't happen today. It's part of it. I think you just stay one pitch at a time, stay at an approach. I mean, we've shown that we can do it. They're a good pitching team, and they just got the better hand tonight. So, yeah, just stick with it. It'll come.
Next for Easton on the right.
Easton, Mitch Chavis from MitchChavisShow.com. Just a quick question. I know this is the first year you guys have played in the SEC. How do you feel like you're kind of more prepared mentally, physically for regional play now that you're out of the SEC and going to play regionals?
Yeah, I mean, we knew coming into the league that it was going to be loud atmospheres and big atmospheres, but at the end of the day, you're just playing against the ball. I mean, it's a baseball game at the end of the day. We don't really get caught into the whole atmosphere. As much as fun as it is, and as fun as Hoover is, and everywhere we went, just playing against the ball. And it's just one pitch at a time, and every game is just the same game we've been playing since we were little.
Next question for Easton on the right, second row.
Joey Dwyer, Vandy 24/7. Easton, was there anything different about J.D. Thompson today? He was a little bit more productive today than he was last time he faced you guys?
Yeah, I mean, I think when he faced us early on, we separated balls and strikes pretty well. And obviously, he then had some good starts after that. Tonight, probably didn't do that as well as we did the first time seeing him. I thought he commanded the strike zone really well. I thought he got ahead of hitters early, got the leadoff hitter out, first pitch strikes, etc. So, yeah, I mean, obviously a good pitcher. And, yeah, I think the biggest thing is he got first pitch strikes and commanded the strike zone really well early in the count.
Any more for Easton? If not, Easton, thanks for your time tonight, and good luck the rest of the way.
Thank you.
If there are questions for Coach, please raise your hand. We'll start on the right side, fourth row.
Coach Mitch Chavis, MitchChavisShow.com. Similar question. As a coach, how do you feel like this league prepares your team for playing in the postseason play? I know it's probably a little different from playing like Big 12 or ball or whatever, but how does it prepare your team, do you feel like, for the postseason?
I necessarily don't know if it's any different from playing in the Big 12 or not. It's still 90-foot bases, 60 foot 6 inches, and you got to make pitches. You saw our culture just a minute ago regurgitated of what we talk about, playing against the ball, not the opponent, and playing it one pitch at a time. It was really, for a coach, hearing him regurgitate the culture of what we talk about is really good to hear. And I think it'll get us prepared, seeing the arms that we see every day, every week in, week out, and the atmospheres that it will prepare those guys to move forward.
In the middle.
Aria Gerson, the Tennessean. What was it about Vanderbilt's pitching that kept you all so off balance tonight? You know, they had 17 strikeouts.
Yeah. I'm glad you said that. If you watched the game and paid attention to what the game was telling you to do, they had, I think, six walks, and we left 10 guys on, and they left 7 guys on, and we had 2 walks. The difference was they got the big hit when they had a chance to get the big hit. We didn't get the big hit, and that was the separator in the game. I think they, running 3 or 4 guys out at a time. J.D. was as good as he was against us there. Like Easton said, we separated balls from strike. I think once a guy said, get a good pitch to hit, and we didn't get a good pitch to hit. But we did separate enough balls to get 6 walks. And so I think maybe 3 or 4 hits batsmen as well. We just didn't get the big hit when we had to. What was really special about what Vanderbilt pitching did is they bared down with men on base and got big strikeouts and big moments in that game. And that's what really separated the game.
Next for Coach. Any more? If not, Coach, we appreciate your time this
Thank
week.
You. Appreciate it.
Good luck the rest of the way.
See you guys.
All right, Coach, have a safe trip home. All right, welcome back to the 2025 SEC Baseball Tournament, Game 10, post-game press conference. We're joined by the Vanderbilt Commodores, represented by head coach Tim Corbin, along with center fielder R.J. Austin and pitcher J.D. Thompson. In a moment, Coach will give, in a moment we'll go straight to the players. Okay, Coach won't give an opening statement, and then we'll take questions for them. So if you have a question for the players, please raise your hand. Let's start in the back right.
Mitch Davis, MitchDavisShow.com. Let's see, for either one of you, what is the message to your teammates now that you play Tennessee to focus on just baseball and not focusing on one of the best rivalries in college baseball?
Yeah, I could start with that. Kind of going off, the last time we played them, just kind of keeping the emotions intact. We know what kind of game it's going to be. It's always going to be a good game with those guys, but kind of just staying with ourselves and not try to let certain situations get the best of us or let emotions kind of get too high. I think we just keep playing the ball that we're playing. Pitchers giving us innings and the hitters are banging like they are right now, then I know we have a pretty good chance.
In the back left.
Joe Gaither, Vanderbilt Commodores on that side for JD. You nearly doubled your strikeout total against Oklahoma from April. Just what was working for you tonight?
I think the biggest thing for me going off that last outing I had against them was just getting the zone. Don't give them free bases. Kind of set the tone early, just beating them early with the fastball. Curveball was working really well for me. So with that combo, I knew I had a pretty good chance today. Filling it up, I knew some got away from me, but I'm not scared to pitch in traffic. I know how to take care of it, and I know I got a great defense behind me to help me out. But for the biggest thing is just getting ahead with it and then being able to execute and put away guys.
On the right side, second row.
For both of you, but RJ first, I know there was the players-only meeting that you mentioned last time you played Oklahoma on Saturday. Just you guys are 2-0 against them since that meeting. Like, how fulfilling is it to see that?
I mean, it's great to see. I mean, at the end of the day, like, no matter how it happens, we got together as a team and we knew what we had to do. We got on the same page as the coaches, got the same page as the pitchers and the hitters. And at the end of the day, we just knew we had to work together to go win. So we just keep the message the same, just keep getting better and better every game, every day, and treating those off days like days to get better because once we get to June, we got to be really good to go out there and win.
In the center of the room.
Yeah, JD, what was kind of the key for your whole pitching staff tonight, racking up the 17 strikeouts?
Just keep doing like we do every single week. Just go out there, fill up the zone. We understand we have some of the best stuff in the country, and I have no problem at all handing the ball off to anybody in that bullpen. I have all the trust in the world with every single one of those guys because we have elite stuff, and you just have to have that sort of confidence and trust as soon as you get on the mound. And right now, they definitely do.
In the second row.
RJ, Matt Talbany from World Baseball Network. How do you just feel about your approaches today in your two at-bats of just being a true catalyst to your offense with getting those runs across?
I was trying to be just as clear as possible. Just go up there and try to, put a good swing on the ball, look for a good pitch, try to not swing out the zone too much, and just go up there and free mind and just be myself and go out there and have fun. Because at the end of the day, like I'm competing against a pitcher one-on-one, and that's what I had to do. So good thing that happened out the way we wanted to.
All right, two more for the players on the right side, fourth row.
Mitch Davis, MitchDavisShow.com. Guys, obviously Vanderbilt has a lot of success here in Hoover, and it's a very special tournament for the Vandy boys. Talk about that and what it means to y'all to put on the pinstripes and play for Vanderbilt, especially in this building.
I think for us, it's just another opportunity to compete against really, really good teams. We don't take this tournament lightly. We're here to win this. We're not worried about what's happening next week. We're kind of just staying present with what's going on this week, and we understand we have some good competition coming up. So right now, we're just trying to handle business and win some games now.
All right, last one on the right, second row.
RJ, you're on a 6-game hitting streak. Do you feel like things are starting to maybe click for you a little bit more offensively than they did earlier in the year?
Yeah, for sure. Just going out there trying to have a better approach. Just doing what the coaches asked me to do, changing a little bit of things approach-wise, and just going up there and being myself. I know I'm a player that wants to win, so I have to do what I have to do, and that's getting better. So I just want to get better every day, and that's really the only thing I'm focused on right now.
All right, RJ and JD, thanks for your time today. Congratulations. We'll see you all again Saturday.
Thank you all so much. Thank you.
All right, if there are questions for Coach, please raise your hand. We'll get to you on the left side.
Coach, Matt Talbany from World Baseball Network. How do you just feel about your pitching staff and how Mac, pretty much helped you guys out tonight behind the plate?
Yeah, Max stepped in well for us. Colin had some type of food poisoning before the game, so we tried to extend that amount of rest, and that game going into extra innings, we thought we could buy some time, but Max stepped in, took his place, did a nice job. And outside of that, I mean, the pitching staff, they've just been consistent all year. They really have. They've done a nice job of, from the time that we started to right now, there hasn't been a lot of dips in what they've done. To JD's point, regardless of who you put out there, they've been very consistent in filling up the strike zone and attacking hitters.
Next for Coach on the second row on the right.
How much does it help you when RJ Austin's doing what he's done the last couple weeks?
He needs to. He's a good player. But, yeah, I mean, I think him and, you know, the rest of the group, they've all been consistent here over the last month and a half. But RJ is a very competitive young man. And this time of year, you always feel like he's going to play well. So had a nice game tonight. And, yeah.
Third row on the right.
Jacob Renner, Baseball America. Coach, how have you seen this team kind of mold into its own offensively and start to play towards its identity the way it has the last couple of weeks?
And just time. Yeah, you know, Ari is right in front of me, and I can remember telling her a couple months ago that in time this offense will start to grow. Hit a lot of young players with not a lot of college at-bats. It's an old league, especially in the SEC. So guys like Rigdon and Johnston and Holcomb and, you know, even Mancini. We've just had some younger guys that have developed along the way, and their identity as an offense is starting to grow too. I think we certainly have run more towards the end of the season. We've used the backside of the ball field well from both sides, done a better job with 2 strikes. I think the approaches have been cleaner. We've done a nice job of separating balls and strikes at the plate, so that part's been good.
Toward the back of the room on the right.
Jack DeLongshot, D1 Baseball. Coach, this group looks so bought in. They're playing with so much joy. How much fun is it to coach this group?
It's fun to coach winning baseball. So if we're winning, yeah, it's fun. But I think for them, they've just grown as the season has gone on. You know, you bring up a meeting, but, you know, it's not just one meeting. It's just a cluster of days. It's time. You know, everyone wants to write up a storyline of that magic moment. There's no magic moments. It's just getting out there every day and just staying very intentional with what you're doing and not taking your foot off the brake. It is, you know, those days outside of the games matter. Tuesdays matter. Non-conference baseball matters. Everything matters. And our season's a sprint. It can go 65, 67, maybe 70 games if you're fortunate. But if you're going to get everything out of your group that you can, then what you're doing right now at this moment matters the most. And that's what we've tried to talk about. You know, the tournament, there's so much money and there's so much pomp and circumstance with this, and we're very grateful to be involved in this tournament, and it'll always be high on our list. But it's a goal, like everything else. Once you get beyond it, then there's another goal beyond that. But we really want to play well here.
On the right side, fourth row.
Coach Mitch Davis at MitchDavisShow.com. And I do want to ask you about your culture. I mean, when you see the black and gold out there on a baseball diamond, especially in this month, and I know this is saying success and everything, but can you talk about this culture of your program? I mean, I've watched it develop over years, but what does that mean to you now that, you know, you've built this program into what it is?
Yeah, it's taken time. I mean, it's 23 years. I mean, it was, you know, it's turning around a cruise ship, not a jet ski. You know, it takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of effort. There were some lean years in there, and we were winning, but, you know, we did a lot with a less early, and then we just started to build some momentum. 2004 was probably the year that did that. Got more yeses from a recruiting standpoint. And as time went on. I mean, you just try to create the right environment every single year. Culture's over time. Culture's not one of those things that developed in 1 or 2 years. It's a cluster of time, and it's a lot of people that throw a lot of energy into it, coaches, players. But, we're just very fortunate that we've been this consistent over time. We don't take anything for granted. And the time allotment to put together this team this year is just as much as it was going back to 2003. There's no difference. I think you as a coach and a staff member, if you take your foot off the brake or gas, then you're going to feel it. It's going to back up on you. You can't do that. So it's fun, but it demands a lot of time and energy and sacrifice.
We have time for 2 more on the right.
JD's had a few runners on with 1 out in the 4th inning, but got out of it. Is that something that maybe he couldn't have done a year or 2 ago, or is he more equipped to do that now that he's an older guy?
Well, I think he's more equipped. I think he's been in those situations before, and some of them are self-induced. The 4th inning was, they were a hit away from changing that scoreboard really quick, both in the 4th inning and the 8th inning. That could have gone either way. We were fortunate. Sawyer pitched out of that one. But your question, JD's done a nice job of doing that. He got himself in that hole, and he got himself out of it, which is good. He created it, so he needed to clean it up, and he did. But he's done more of that this year than years past.
Any more for Coach? If not, Coach, thanks for your time. We'll see you Saturday.
Thanks, gang.